Good afternoon. I wanted to share something with you all that came out of our devotions last night, our family devotions. As we were getting ready for bed, we were reading these devotions, and it sounded very timely for what we're all going through right now in the nation and such. So I wanted to share that with you. The passage is from Luke chapter 2, verses 41 through 50, and I will read that for you. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. And when he was 12 years old, they went up according to custom. And when the feast was ended, as they were returning, the boy Jesus stayed behind in Jerusalem. His parents did not know it, but supposing him to be in the group, they went a day's journey, but then they began to search for him among their relatives and acquaintances. And when they did not find him, they returned to Jerusalem, searching for him. After 3 days, they found him in the temple, sitting among the teachers, listening to them and asking them questions. And all who heard him were amazed at his understanding and his answers. And when his parents saw him, they were astonished. And his mother said to him, "Son, why have you treated us so? Behold, your father and I have been searching for you in great distress." And he said to them, "Why were you looking for me? Did you not know that I must be in my father's house?" And they did not understand the saying that he spoke to them. The passage that this devotional is going to focus on is Luke 2:49, "Why were you searching for me?" The young Jesus was missing for 3 days, a painfully long time for a mother and father who don't know where their child is. It wasn't the only time Jesus would be missing for 3 days, and each event prompted a similar response from his loved ones, as well as a similar response from him. Both times, when he calmly sat in the temple discussing theology, and when he lay in the grave, his loved ones were thrown into a panic. No one ever seemed to look in the right places for him. There is no faith evident in either of these two incidents. Mary and Joseph turned Jerusalem upside down, looking for the young Jesus, and his relatives, disciples, and friends scattered and hid while he lay in the grave, then wondered who had taken his body. In both cases, they fundamentally misunderstood who Jesus was. Both of these events are catastrophic, but not to Jesus. Both times, Jesus calmly gives reassurance. Faith is the appropriate response, he seems to imply in his gentle rebukes. God remains on his throne, Jesus is Lord, and the situation at hand, whatever it isn't nearly as critical as it seems. Isn't that an accurate portrayal of our reaction and his response in a crisis? We often run around in a panic because a given situation isn't quite what we planned, or perhaps it even appears disastrous. All the while, Jesus calmly awaits our discovery that God is in fact sovereign, and Jesus himself does in fact remain Lord. Neither death nor frantic parents are beyond his reach. Are you in a crisis? Hear him asking, "Why were you searching for me?" And know that your situation is much larger to you than it is to him. There's a quote here from Billy Graham, "Anxiety is the natural result when our hopes are centered in anything short of God and his will for us." This is from the devotional At His Feet by Chris Tiegreen. There's the title page if you want to look it up for yourself. We've been using this devotional for our family devotions, and I think it's a very insightful devotional. Have a wonderful day and stay safe, but let's not panic.